I just started to realize I might be the least favorite child. Ever since my brother and I were little, my mother always liked to emphasize that she loves us equally and doesn't make any differences in the way she treats us. I always believed her, until recently when started giving some things more thought. My mother always brings up memories of my brother when he was little. She says how well-behaved and smart he was, which I agree, but I never hear my mother bring up any good memories of me. I'll admit that even when I was a teenager, I was harder to deal with than my brother. But I cannot comprehend how she doesn't have any good memories of me. I used to have very open conversations with my mom, but lately those stopped. Whenever I disagree with her, she takes it personal even though I just share my opinion. I feel like she isn't the same when my brother shares his opinion, but at the same time he isn't as outspoken as me, so this might be the reason. The ordeal that made me question whether my mother truly loves us both equally came up a few weeks ago. My brother likes to play video games a lot and I don't have a problem with that. The thing is, he usually plays quite late after 9 p.m. and he gets so into games that he starts to scream. That sometimes happens at 2 a.m. when I am trying to sleep. I am still going to college, and I live at home. 3 weeks ago, I was reading some articles for the research paper I had to write in one of my classes. It was 9 p.m. and my brother was playing video games and was being loud. I went into his room about 4 times to ask him to please be quieter, but nothing changed. This went on for 2 more hours, so I had such a hard time concentrating. The next day, I had a conversation with my brother and mother about him playing video games and screaming, but it didn't go over so well. He said that his match was super important. He was playing Rocket League and he couldn't be quieter. At one point, I pointed out if his video game was more important than me having some peace and quiet when studying. They both argued that I wouldn't peace if I lived anywhere else, an apartment, college, dorm, etc. And so I'll have to get used to it. I never told him he can't play video games. I only asked that he is quieter. The conversation got heated and he called me a bitch. If I called my brother anything similar, my mother would 100% be mad at me. But he didn't even reprimand him. He did apologize at the end. They want me to wear mufflers like some workers do or earplugs when studying, so he won't bother me, which is absurd. He won't even compromise to be quieter. They want me to study with mufflers on just because he can't contain himself. He is older than me. My mother even said I should consider moving out to my boyfriend's house, and she won't even consider telling my brother to be quieter. She would rather I move out than to tell him to stop being so loud. Yet she still claims she loves us equally.